because it's mine.
So it's ours.
No,
Who
it's
bought
not.
the sweet tea?
I made it.
Who made it?
I did.
Who bought it? I did.
Are you sure about that?
I bought the tea bags, yes.
I still made it.
Who pays for the water bill?
We both did.
I know.
You're
So
right.
it's a 50-50 thing.
No!
What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Indirect here with Mel Mondays, and I'm also joined here with
Cheap Floozy.
yes. And if you guys do not know what Mel Mondays are, it's basically you guys, the community, ask us, me, myself, and I, or of course Cheap Floozy, any kind of questions that you guys want to ask. It could be gaming related, it could be personal, funny, silly. It could be, how old is my dog? I don't care. It's basically just for us to interact with you guys on the channel a little bit more and to get you guys, get to know you guys a little bit on a more personal level. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it started. All right, so our very first question comes in from Baby Carrot. He basically asked me, how did I make my profile picture? Actually, I did not make it. One of my boys named Hambone on Twitter. I'll link his Twitter in the description below. He is actually the one that actually made the profile picture as well as my YouTube banner. So big ups to him about that, because he does really great work. So if anybody needs any graphics done, make sure you guys hit him up. Alright, so this one is really funny. This is from Unstoppable. It says, would you rather get a boner every time you get up after dinner or get a boner when you're in a crowd? I'm gonna now that is extremely funny. I love weird questions, so I'm gonna roll with it. So honestly, I would rather get a boner every time I get up after dinner, because the fact that I don't live at home with anybody except for my girlfriend. So plus I think it'd be a plus for her. So so yeah, that's pretty much my answer for that one. Thank you so much for that question. The next one comes in from Fear Noya. He says, how old are you, bro? Well, I'm actually 24 years of age. I'm actually turned 25 here this year in August. Charlie, how old are you?
I'm 22.
She is 22.
And I turned 23 a month after you.
That's pretty awesome. This is from Mr. Care Bear, which is Halo Tutor. His question is, he says, you say you went through 6 different channels. Did you mean different names for the same channel, or actually 6 different channels? This was back in the other Mel Mondays. I went through 6 different channels, literally. I had one called Indirect Achievements. You know how this one's called Indirectsachievement. I kind of flipped the S around. I had like Indirect 360 Films. I had Truly Indirect Media. I had Zimmy Indirect Media. I've had a lot of different channels. So yeah, so that's what I jumped from 6 different channels. He says, I see you online a lot, and it looks like you're normally in a party, probably invite only, but can't join when I try. Is there a time you normally are on to play with the community? I'm currently looking at a way to where once a week I can get the community, the subscribers and everything, to join me into some, you know, customs, and then possibly do a video once a week for it. Like I said, if you guys haven't noticed, I've been doing a lot of new things on the channel, and so I'm just trying to buy some time a little bit to figure out when exactly I can do it, because if you guys look at it, there's a lot of new things going on the channel. So, you know, just give me some time. You know, a few updates from now, you know, I'll be able to, you know, tell you guys a specific date of when I'm going to be able to do that. But I definitely want to do that, though. It's definitely a good idea. Alright, so this one's a question for Cheap Floozy. Cheap Floozy, it says, are you on social media yourself with your own thing, and why Cheap Floozy?
I am on social media, but it's mainly just, you know, my life, you know, just how regular social media is. And then, Cheap Floozy actually came from Indirect, because we were just messing around one day, and he always calls me a floozy. So one day he called me a cheap floozy, and bam bam, there's my name.
Yeah,
so
she kind of liked it a little bit, so yeah, I thought it was kind of funny. So on your social media, what is your Instagram, your Twitter, your YouTube, and your Twitch?
okay, my Instagram is, what is it, CJD24? No, that's wrong.
I'm not 100%
I'm sorry. My Instagram name is cheapfloozy24.
Cheapfloozy24. I'll make sure to put all her social media down in the description below too, by the way, you guys.
Twitter is
cheapfloozy24.
Yeah, cheapfloozy24. YouTube is cheapfloozy24. And then Twitch is cheapfloozy24.
So yeah, so Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch is cheapfloozy24. It's pretty easy from there, but I'll make sure to link all of her stuff in the description below. She actually manages the Facebook page for Indirectsachievement, so she does all the updating. Anytime a new video comes out, she updates that. So if you guys actually want to head over there and give it a like, that way you guys don't have to lurk on YouTube. You guys can get a notification straight from Facebook. It's really cool. Alright, so he also asks, ever considered doing product reviews in the past with your other channels such as Unbox Therapy? I've done a few things like the Snowball mic. I did one way back in the day when the Hapog HD PVR came out, the Elgato whenever that came out. You know, I've been thinking about doing that. It's just really trying to figure out what exactly am I going to unbox. You know, I was thinking if I ever did get, you know, some kind of like sponsorships or something like that, you know, do an unboxing review. But what I can do, she actually knows about it. I actually dropped a decent amount of money on a new computer build up that I'm actually building up. It's the new AMD Ryzen. I think I got like their top of the line processor. So I'm gonna I got a really good motherboard with it, as well as a brand new case, which is really cool because it's going to be coming with a clear case. So I might do an unboxing about that, or maybe even do you guys like a setup possibly. I know there's pictures on my Instagram, but I will I would definitely think about doing product reviews, and definitely I'm going to be coming out with an actual setup video for you guys soon as well. So I'm going to make sure I mark that down. So thank you so much, Halo Tutor, for those awesome questions. Right, this question comes from Frost Pebble. He says, "Hey bud, just in case you're running out of ideas for videos and you have enough spare time to allow you to make them, then allow me to give you some ideas." This isn't really a question, this is just more about ideas, but I still think it's a really great you know, suggestions coming from him, so that's why I wanted to show you guys. It says Halo 5 top 10 outstrafes, Halo 5 top 10 infection clips, and also I think you should do Titanfall 2 clips. I absolutely love the shit out of the game, and I hope that it will help grow your channel and the game itself. Now, Halo 5 top 10 outstrafes. Now, I really like the idea for that, Frost Pebble. It just is, how often would I be able to do that top 10? You know what I'm saying? So you guys really have to think outside the box when it comes to certain top 10s that you guys want me to bring to you guys. Like Titanfall 2, I could definitely see a top 10, you know, series there. But at the same time, I don't really know. I would have to do my research on it, you know, see if there's anybody doing the top 10s for it. Because if there is, you know, 9 times out of 10, it's really not going to start growing unless, you know, you get some Reddit upvotes or something like that to really get it to grow. Because if you guys notice with the Halo 5 top 10s as well as the Gears of War 4 top 10s, I'm like 1 out of like 2 or 3 or 4 people actually doing the top 10s for those 2 video games, and they're my highest, you know, growing series. So, you know, you really gotta do the research on that. But the Halo 5 top 10 outstrips is definitely a good idea. It's just I don't know how I would be able to do that, if it would be like a weekly top 10 or a monthly top 10. The Halo 5 top 10 infection clips, I have gotten submitted a lot of clips for that. I might, I'm going to write that down, the Halo 5 top 10 infection clips. It's just, the thing about infection clips is, to me, keep in mind, this is just my personal thought, that it's not really entertaining for, you know, certain people. Like, it's just an infection, you know what I'm saying? I understand, like, you know, there's parts where, you know, it gets kind of scary and, you know, you get a Killionaire, because I see Killionaires all the time on infection, and I just think it'd be very repetitive, if that makes sense. He says, Titanfall 2 clips, like I said, I would definitely, I'll jot that down, that way I can start looking at some things. But thank you so much for that question. Alright, so this next question comes from Cup of Tea for Me. On my last Q&A, he actually asked me if I ever had an English cup of tea. I have yet to find a place to go get an English cup of tea. So as soon as I get that, like I said, I will let you guys know. But he says, haha dude, you should go to a British store if there are any nearby. I know some of my buddies in Canada have a shop similar. You can get Yorkshire tea. That's the one to have. So I'm going to definitely look into that. Also, his question is, please could you give a shout out for my montage and maybe a link? I only have a handful of subs and help would be awesome. I'm hoping to make more content soon and have some input in the community. Thanks, man. Cup of Tea, I don't have your link to your actual montage, but I would definitely link them to your channel. Cup of Tea is a great supporter for the community, as well as, you know, submitting clips for all top 10s across the board. So I really give him big ups for that. So here's your shout out. So definitely go check his stuff out, you guys. He's a really great player for Halo 5, and hopefully you get to see his montage. And I have yet to look at it. I'll make sure to look at it after this video. Thank you so much for the question. All right, now this one's gonna be a two-part question, one for me, one for Chief Floozy. He asks, what did you want to be when you were a child? And this is coming from Clash to the Max. Chief Floozy, I'm gonna let you handle this one. What did you want to do when you were a child?
Like when I grew up?
What did you want to be when you were a child? So I guess your dream.
My dream was to be a veterinarian. I wanted to be a veterinarian when I grew up.
And what made you want to be a veterinarian?
Because I loved animals. I grew up around, you know, several farms, and so that was just something I wanted to do. And the dream never really came true because whenever I was a child, dreams change quite dramatically throughout time. So that's what I wanted to be.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. What do you do now?
I am in the military, and
don't listen to him. So question is, what did you want to be whenever I was a child? I had a lot of dreams. You know, I was definitely a big dreamer whenever I was a kid. Definitely, I think my number one thing that I really wanted to be was a baseball player. You know, playing in the major leagues. I played high school baseball throughout my life, and you know, whenever I was a kid, we actually won state in 2003 in the state of Georgia, so it's really cool about that. You know, I was a pitcher, so I was really, you know, I had some nice velocity and things like that. Just in all honesty, I really didn't apply myself with the baseball because, you know, it was just one of those things where I was kind of distracted by, you know, a few other things, and it just, I don't know, I really didn't, you know, it took the extra time and effort, because the time and effort was definitely there. I just didn't take that extra, you know, step to keep pushing myself. So, but yeah, then there was a couple comebacks after high school where I tried to do it, but then, you know, I was already, you know, I bought a new car, so I needed a job, and I just, you know, time-wise, you know, time is money, so, you know, if I need to work 12 hours a day or go try to play baseball, you know, money kind of overcomes that situation. But, you know, it's very unfortunate, but, you know, I'm very happy with my life. You know, I'm in the military as well. Found me a great girl, and, you know, life is just great right now, you know. You know, YouTube is definitely doing great, so, you know, like she said, you know, certain, you know, dreams change, and so yeah, so here we are today. So yeah, so that's gonna be it, you guys, for Mail Mondays episode number 3.
yes,
Episode number 3. So make sure you guys subscribe, rate, comment, like up the videos. Comment down below if you guys have any questions. Make sure you guys do a hashtag Q&A. That way I know to look at those clips and capture not clips, but capture the comments. That way they show up here on the video. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Any last words, Chief Lucy?
be sure to subscribe, rate, comment, like, anything you want.
I already said that.
Well, it's not.
Women are special. Just know that. I'm just
Don't
kidding.
put that in.
I'm just kidding. I'm definitely putting it in here.
No!
So, alright guys, it's your boy Indirect.
And Chief Lucy.
And we'll catch you guys next video. Peace.